two magic new Brazilian rounds banked, it is time to return to an absolute stalwart on the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup circuit, Nové Město na Moravě, where the crowds may know exactly what to expect in terms of fast and furious racing, but there is some added spice this time out, as this weekend represents the final time for riders to qualify for the Olympics. The pressure is on.
So the big right-hander, this is the original direction of travel out of the arena itself, up into the woods, a big, long, wide, straight climb before the track hooks left and starts the famous up, down, the Whoop super climb, one of the toughest in cross-country mountain bike racing for the second tech zone. Superior vertical drop, and then it spins and starts heading back down towards the arena again, and the end of the lap, extremely fast descent, and then a big long start finish straight. Wait for the lights to turn green, and green they go, and it's Lucas Schwarzbauer who blasts off and leaves them all in his wake. Filippo Colombo slots in behind him, Koretsky looking good alongside Alan Haverly as they head out onto the start loop.
Yeah, the start loop plus 7 full laps these riders have to go today.
Big race. Oh, a massive smash.
Big crash.
Massive smash further down the rankings, just making sure none of the big names tangled up in that one. A rider still on the deck. Everyone looks like they're moving. Just watch the back of your picture now. Whoa.
Helps made it feel more like that it was.
And that's as big as we've seen in a long time, Bart.
Yeah, I mean, on that start straight, it's always dangerous. So many riders that close together, high speed it is.
Schurter hammering on at the front of this one in Nové Město na Moravě.
Yeah, with Victor Koretsky behind Nino Schurter here on this Whoop climb.
This is it. This is one of the toughest climbs in mountain biking. The Whoop super climb.
Filippo Colombo,
look at that
on
bar.
third place, another Scotch Ram rider, and then we have Alan Hatterley. Charlie Aldridge is over there, and then Thomas Leacher. That's a group of 5.
Arrow straight, and there is no right line to get up it. It's just a big rooty staircase, so difficult to get out of the saddle because traction is so limited on it, but just hovering, letting Haverly set the pace.
Yeah, Hatterley's pushing a lot of effort into this race so far.
We see this more from Nino now, don't we, in the later stages of his career, where he's not always the guy putting on the Lenzerheide to display out front. He's happy to sit in third or fourth wheel in a group and let people work around him and work out what he's going to need to do.
Yeah, that's how it is. I think it's also because of his age. I mean, there's not that much.
Only 3.
Only 3. There has been a situation before we've had 6 or 7, you know?
Yeah. Filippo Colombo on 5th place, Matthias Fluker on 8th, and Nino, he's leading.
Third place in 2021 is Matthias Fluker's best result. Nové Město na Moravě. It's absolutely no respecter of reputations, this place. Schurter, Koretsky, Haverly out front. Then it's Haverly's teammate. My eyes, that fork does look like it's diving through a lot of its suspension travel, but here's an attack from Tom Pidcock now. Tom Pidcock round the outside of Victor Koretsky and Nino Schurter.
Wow. So this is the most road-type climb on the circuit, and this is where he's going to use that road strength and power and his strength to weight, power to weight ratio.
Schurter. Yeah, Nino responds.
Yeah,
Schurter doesn't look like he's going to let him have it all his own way here. You know, Koretsky's going with the two of them.
But look at the gap they've just opened in one climb.
Yeah, but they respond. Nino is responding, and also Koretsky.
There wasn't
still going.
Get out of the saddle.
Yeah,
that's where he re-attacked Joshua Dubois last season to take the win. Really, he got the damage done on that little punch.
It's the one which you can really attack. He's got good grip there. It's steep for a long period of time. It's the most sustained climb, but he'll be currently fighting.
Currently leading away. Koretsky, the alarm bells are ringing here.
Oh, and Nino knows it's time. He can't wait.
And in classic Nové Město fashion, a steep climb is followed immediately by a steep descent.
Yeah, the suspension have to work really well here on these descents. The bike setup, so important.
Tom Pidcock then through this slightly flatter wooded section. It's still fast though, and you still have to work the trail for every single ounce of speed. Nino's
still there, yeah. He didn't drop him. It's going back to him.
Cross-country marathon world champion, but speaking of gold medalists and world champions, Tom Pidcock on the move again. This is trouble for Nino Schurter now. Looks over the shoulder, never a good sign.
Never a good sign, that's true.
Wow.
Koretsky soft pedaling in the bottom of this bit.
Yeah, definitely something is going on. Feels like that.
I think it's his legs. So,
Might be.
That attack was...
It's not the bike, it's the thing powering the bike.
That attack from Pidcock, it wasn't your average mountain bike attack where it's an upping of the pace. It was an extreme attack.
Here we go, here is that attack then.
Yeah, he's pushing everywhere, Pidcock. Not waiting.
Pidcock, and then just lights the blue touch paper up that climb. Schurter has to get out of the saddle to go with him.
Yeah, there will be a moment till he breaks.
He's still swinging at it, you know, as well. Tom Pidcock on lap 4 out of 7 here in Nové Město na Moravě.
He felt the confidence.
Yeah, Pidcock full of fight up here.
The Ineos Grenadiers start.
Having a good weekend, this team.
24 seconds now back to Nino, but Nino doing a great job. You know, Koretsky, when he got dropped, he was straight back to that big group. Nino's hanging in there, doing a really good ride today.
Pidcock as well, any chance he gets, really emphasises that mountain bike racing is what he wants to do for fun.
Yeah.
This is what he enjoys.
Yeah, and he's always said as well that this is the hardest discipline, the one he, like I say, he enjoys most. And same, similar with Mathieu van der Poel as well, saying it's the hardest one. He won World Cups in every other discipline, and he hadn't won one of these at one point.
Well,
Sam Gaze,
a specialised rider we've not mentioned, Martin Vidari, is in 32nd.
Yeah, so, having a shocker today.
Tell you, it will be a quiet dinner table round Benno's later on.
It's interesting to see as well, too, Pidcock running the more aero helmet, so less wind, less gaps.
Yeah,
and we're seeing now that the speed of mountain bike cross-country is going up. And therefore the aero tech that's so prominent on the road is starting to come in. So we've got the helmet is a big difference. So if it's a really hot day, they'll have a helmet with more vents in.
It's so great to see that he loves mountain biking.
Yeah.
He's a multidisciplinary cyclist, cyclocross, road, mountain bike.
And it's great his participation when he comes back to the sport.
He's always there. He delivers.
He doesn't just roll around. This man does what he does best. He wins bike races. Tom Pidcock heads towards one of his favourite places, the start-finish straight off the Vysočina Arena, and clears the bridge for good measure. Tom Pidcock is about to make it a fantastic 4 in a row for Tom Pidcock in Nové Město na Moravě. Absolutely undisputed. They never got near him. Tom Pidcock makes it 4 on a bounce. Nino Schurter had to grit his teeth, had to dig deep, but there's still plenty of fight left in the goat. Best we've seen them so far this season. Schurter takes a bow. Second place, look who's in third. What? Marcel Guerini celebrates.
Third place.
Behind him, Charlie Aldridge.
I think Charlie Aldridge had it.
Squeaks home. Has won 5 times in here when you include the short track. Here's the results. Pidcock, Schurter, Guerini, Aldridge, Azzaro, Flukiger, Schwarzbar, Holmgren, Haverly, Forster. Behind them, Gaze, Shelb, Colelli-Stapp, Avondetto, Least, Zanotti, Fontana, Colombo, Shermans.
Welcome back to the Mountain Bike World Cup. What a spectacular performance. Tell us about it from your perspective.
Yeah, next time I need to practice some starts before I start on the front row so everyone can see how bad it is. But yeah, once I got going, it was, yeah, then I just got to the front and find my own pace, you know, and that was important on this track. It's so many lines, and every lap I was just taking a different line, to be honest, everywhere. And yeah, I think, yeah, I can be quite pleased with that for my first race of the year. Obviously, when I'm putting big hours in on the road, it's quite different to come here and smash it for an hour and a half. So I think I can be pretty pleased with that.
The pace at that first lap, I mean, you were one of the only riders to survive that intense pace from the first lap. How difficult was it to recover from that and settle into your own pace you talk about?
Yeah, did anyone tell them it was XCO, not XCC?
I don't think so. They just went full gas from the gun.
Yeah, I think, well, you saw that Nino was the only one who kind of survived that. So, yeah, maybe they'll learn from that.
Well, mate, it's great to see you back on the top step with the rainbow colours. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Tom Pidcock wins in the Czech Republic yet again. 4 in a row in cross-country Olympic.